Hello, my Algebrainiacs. We are going to be finishing the second part of 2.2 today. I have on one of the raddest pair of ears I have. If you check them out, Alice in Wonderland, the Queen of Hearts, her little croquet stick, and her roses she was trying to paint red. Fun fact, I actually played the Queen of Hearts in a second grade play a very, very long time ago, and I actually played that probably when some of your parents weren't even born yet. Probably should have said that. I just aged myself. Oh well. Okay, so today, guys, we're going to be finishing 2.2 Slope. We started it out last week, and now we're going to be finishing this. And so those of you guys who are just subscribing to my channel but aren't quite getting everything, it's because I tape a video and then we have a live one, the tape one and then a live one. But if anyone ever wants a video, just send a message to me and I'll do a little video. All right, here we go. 2.2. Those of you guys in my class, this means continued slope. Okay. As a reminder, slope is the rate of change. It's a change vertically over the change horizontally. And as our formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And my pen is out of ink. I need to get a different one. That didn't take long. Let's go. Okay. Let's try that again. Much better. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. There we go. There's our slope formula. Okay. So up on top, that is your change vertically, and on the bottom, it's your change horizontally. X2 and y2 and x1 and y1, all that. Remember, we're just naming them just to keep them organized, to keep your ordered pairs organized. Okay, here we go. So that's just a reminder, you don't need to copy that down. So I'm jumping into example 2. Find the slope. Find m. And I'm going to give you your ordered pairs first, and then we are going to graphic. So I will be changing between my two boards. All right, let's find the slope between the points. -1, 5, and 6, 5. The lighting's kind of weird because it's been super smoky today. It almost looks like it should be like nighttime, but it's just barely 4, and it's just kind of creepy out here. Okay, here we go. All right, first thing first, label them. 1, then 2, but remember, it doesn't matter if you do 2, then 1. It does not matter if you do your math correctly. All will be good. And in couple 1, we have x1 and y1. And in couple 2, we have x2 and y2. So I just labeled them. And then write your formula. So hopefully by now you guys have this memorized. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Always write your formula, because remember, you guys have to have these memorized, state tests and all that stuff. They do not ever write out your formulas for you, which is a bummer, but it's good. You're going to be doing so much, guys. Here we go. So m equals, let's find the change vertically. y2 is 5 minus y1, which is 5, over x2, which is 6, minus a -1. So when you subtract a negative, don't forget to put that in parentheses, -1. And then change your face. Remember, you got a little face here. To a big fat plus sign. So those of you guys who missed it, the face. Looks like a little face, so when you subtract the negative, it kind of looks like the 2 eyes in the parentheses. So I just changed it to a big fat plus sign. There you go. So m equals, so change vertically is 0 over 6 plus 1, which is 7. So the question is, can we leave our answer like that? Is there something to simplify? Is there something else we have to write? Well, I don't know if you guys have seen this trick or not. So let's go up here, and I'm going to have you guys put this in, make sure it's in your composition book. So 0 over 2 versus, which way do I want to write this? 2 over 0. Okay, here, let me keep this a little separate here. I saw this a couple years ago, and I thought it was so cool. So 0 over 2, it's okay to have an answer with 0 in the numerator. Versus 2 over 0, no, it's not okay. I like that trick. So it's just a kind of easy way to remind yourselves on when you can have 0 in your fraction, whether you can divide into 0 or divide by 0, when it's okay. So this is saying 2 divided into 0, or another way of saying that, 0 divided by 2, and that is going to be okay. So that's when you can have 0 in your fraction, and that's going to be when 0 is your numerator. But if you have 2 divided by 0, so you're saying take 2 wholes and divide it by 0 parts, no, that's not okay. So just kind of match up your zeros and your O's, okay? So since we have 0 over 7, that is okay, but we want to simplify that. And simplify that down, we get m equals 0. And that would be your answer. So what does that look like? Does this have steepness? Does the line between these points have steepness? And we kind of started talking about that last week. And when I said, guys, give me examples of real life slope that you have. And I said, what do most people have in your house? And most people came up with stairs. Someone, I think, said elevator. And I said, oh, wait on to that until next week. And that's a good one because we're trying to question right now if an elevator has steepness. But there's also something else we're trying to figure out it has steepness today. And that's why this video is in 2 different parts. So we have -1, 5. I'm just on my board. I'm graphing these. And then 6, 5. And if you connect these, draw your line through the points, arrows on both ends, you have now graphed what kind of line? Hopefully you guys are talking to yourselves. Horizontal line. So the slope of 0 actually is a horizontal line. Write that in blue, my kids. So how do we remember horizontal line? Slope of 0. Take a look back at your points. If you looked at your 2 points, -1, 5 and 6, 5, do you notice anything kind of special about these points? Hopefully someone came up with this right here. Your y's stayed the same. So if your y's are going to be the same, the exact same number, you're going to end up with a slope of 0 because on your 2 points, when you graph that, remember when we graphed this? I said, oh, y is 5. Don't change it. You could fill in any of these numbers, whatever, okay? So if x was 1, y is 5, that'd be right there. That would be on that line as well. If x is -2, y is 5, that would be there. So any point on this horizontal line, x is whatever it wants to be, y is still going to remain 5. So when you graph a horizontal line, all of your y's are the same. And I'm going to put that here. So horizontal line, y stays the same. So there's another fun little note. Kids, my students, make sure that's blue. Make sure this one's blue. If you want to highlight that, that would be kind of cool. That would be blue if you're curious. Okay, so that's kind of a quick way. Okay, so O and 0 up top. No, it's not. 0 and O are on the bottom. So the way that you find the slope is still exactly the same. It's just now we're going to have zeros in our answers. And that's a horizontal line. All right. Oh, I just erased my O's and my OKs and that kind of a thing. I'll rewrite if I need to. All right, example 3. Still find the slope. So find m. So we're going to find the change horizontally, vertically, but make sure it's rise over run. So you're finding the change vertically first and then over the change horizontally. So we are going to have, where are my points? Okay, here we go. 4, 6 and 4, 2. Find the slope. So you're going to find the change. And we're going to figure out if there's steepness to this type of line. We're going to find out if there's steepness. Well, if example 2 was a horizontal line. Wild guesses on what this one would be. Maybe. All right, formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Go ahead and label them. Couple 1, couple 2. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Remember, do not ever mix up x2 and y1. That's bad. You don't want to mix up your boyfriends or girlfriends. Those of you guys who are just following the channel, I'll explain that all come functions. Here we go. M equals y2, fill it in, is 2, minus y1, which is 6, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, 4. Huh. All right. So m equals 2 minus 6. Negative 4 over 4 minus 4, which is 0. Is that okay? Or no, it's not okay? Well, okay or no. Where does it match? Right here. So this guy is not okay. You can never leave something with 0 in your denominator. It's bad math. So what your actual answer is, I accept 2 different answers. Some math teachers are very adamant about only 1, but I accept 2. You can either write undefined or no slope. So there's no slope to this. Versus the last example had 0 slope. There was 0 steepness to that line. This one has no slope. It's undefined. And this is what the majority of people say, it's undefined. When we graph this, we have, and I'm going to talk about this live so you guys can get more discussion going on this one, because this lesson's good when you guys are actually with me. There are your 2 points. 4, 2, and then 4, 6. And there's no steepness to this. That is different than 0 steepness. This is undefined. You can't do this. You can't find this change. Okay. So what you noticed, what stays the same? Your x value. So this point way down here, that's still on the line. The x does not change. So that's going to be actually 4, negative 19. No, negative 10, pardon me. This whole grid is 20. 4, negative 9. Okay. So anywhere on a vertical line, boink, 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 even non-integer x values, x is always going to stay 4. It's always going to stay the same. Okay. So this is going to be a vertical line. And x stays the same. Two little quick notes right there. Vertical line and x stays the same. You do the work exactly the same as you would with just any other 2 points. So when you want to find the slope of the line passing through 2 points, on these, look to see what remains the same. Is it x or is it y? And that might give you a heads up on if you are calculating it correct. Because if you know that x stays the same and my slope is going to have a 0 on the bottom, but you don't get that, go back and double check your math real quick. That would be it. That's a quick check. Yeah. All right. Today is super easy. Not super easy, pardon me, super fast. Okay? Because the work is still the same. It's just we're finding the slope between 2 points that happen to have been vertical and happen to have been horizontal. All right? All right, kids. Extra credit question. What grade did I play this lovely character? The first person to respond in my Google Classroom gets extra credit points. Good luck. Bye, guys.